I had the opportunity to observe the 4th grade classroom at Sanchez Elementary. During my time at Sanchez Elementary, I got to view amazing teaching strategies, but also many contradictions. I decided to look up the definition of education and found the following definition. Education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally for preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. With that definition in mind, I couldn't help but notice that what I saw in my observations contradicts most of the definition. One of the things that I saw in my observation was that most of the instruction was to prepare students for a test. Standardized testing is a major problem that has taken over the classrooms. Even though the focus should be on learning and getting students ready to contribute positively to the community, students are bombarded with tests. I observed that the students took their reading stars test on a Wednesday, and when I went to my classroom observations on Thursday, they had to take a math benchmark. One of the worst things that I saw was that the students were being timed during their benchmark. 2 of the students didn't finish on time, and the teacher said that they got an automatic failing grade. From what I have learned from child development, I know that no 2 students are the same, so how do these people expect for all the students to finish by the time limit? Having children at the same grade level doesn't necessarily mean that they think or act the same way. I don't think that the teachers or even the school administrations are at fault, but the people that make those laws. Unfortunately, these students are the only ones that suffer because of these tests. I did like that the teacher had the classroom arranged in groups because that promoted scaffolding. What I didn't agree on is on the way she assigned the desks to the students. One student in particular was always placed in the very back of the classroom, even though the teacher knew he didn't pay much attention. Another contradiction that I saw was that the teacher had the TEKS standards displayed on the wall. I feel that that is something that the students don't need to know, and it is only taking space on the wall, which the teacher could have used to display useful information for the students. In one case, the students laughed at an answer of a classmate. Instead of the teacher telling the class to respect others' opinions, the teacher yelled at the student and told him if he didn't want the class to laugh at him, that he should shut it. I feel that this was mishandled because the student got sad and completely shut himself out of the lesson. Another thing that I observed was that the teacher didn't have good classroom management. The teacher had to constantly interrupt her lesson because the students would be talking and standing up. Unfortunately, most of the math lessons that I got to see consisted of worksheets. After a while, the students would lose focus, which would cause them to lose interest on the material being taught. I feel that the teachers should try to integrate more fun and engaging activities. Even though standardized testing takes a lot out of school instruction, I was happy to see that the teachers are finding attention to projects and observations.
Hold
Now that we are
on
aware
to
of some of the
me as we
contradictions in the
go,
classroom, we can try to do everything in our power to
as we
avoid them.
roll down